Dear St. Andrews students, greetings of the day. We hope you are staying home and are safe. For the meantime, till the schools are not open, we are going to study through videos. Today's topic is related with the chapter we were dealing with, that is agriculture. Yesterday we have seen in agriculture there are types of farming. First one we have seen primitive subsistence farming. Second one we have seen intensive subsistence farming. The third one we have seen commercial farming. In primitive subsistence farming, we are using tools and equipments which are of traditional time, like dao, hoe, and digging sticks, in order to cut down the forest, in order to till out the land. And after cutting down the forest, we burn them out. We burn them all, the bushes and the trees, and the ash obtained from the burning, we use it as a manure on the land we have covered. We have clear out. On that particular piece of land, we grow seeds, and on that through that seeds we are able to produce crops for the people. So in this way we are able to sustain, and actually this type of farming is also known as slash and burn. It is also known as by different names in different parts of India. For example, in Odisha it is known as Bhenga or Koman. In Jharkhand it is known as Kurva. In Chhattisgarh it is known as Deepa. In Andhra Pradesh it is known as Podu or Penda, and in northeast states it is known as Joming, etc. In rest of the world it is known as, for example, we have seen in Mexico it is known as Milpa. Venezuela we have seen it is known as Kanuku. In Brazil it is known as Roca. Vietnam it is known as Ray, and Indonesia it is known as Ladang. So these are the few names by which we remember slash and burn in different parts of the world according to the locality they have. The second one we have seen, it is intensive farming. In intensive subsistence farming, the land size is very small, the population of that area is very high. On a particular land, on a particular cultivable land, high number of laborers are involved. Therefore, it is termed as labor-intensive farming. With that labor-intensive farming, we also used biochemical inputs in order to have a good production. Along with it, we have irrigation methods we use, because the chemicals what we are using, it needed a huge amount of water in order to help the crops to grow properly. So this is how we are able to find it out that we have primitive subsistence farming, we have intensive subsistence farming. The third type is it is a commercial farming. In commercial farming, we have the land of a size is very large, and it is just like a farmland we have. On that particular farmland, or on that very big large cultivable land, we use modern methods of agriculture. For example, we have inputs like high yielding variety seeds. We have modern tools and equipments like tractors, like threshers, combiners, or other machineries we use. Then we also use pesticides and insecticides in order to keep our crops away from pests and insects. Then we also use proper methods of irrigation, because we are using high yielding variety seeds. Therefore, those seeds, they require huge amount of water in order to give a good production. So this commercial farming is basically practiced in the areas or the states we have: Punjab, Haryana. Later on it was carried out in South India. The regions were Andhra Pradesh, Tamil Nadu, where we have a rice cultivable lands near the coastal areas. Then the fourth type of farming or agriculture we have seen, it is a plantation agriculture. In plantation agriculture, we can refer it under commercial farming. In this type of plantation agriculture, we basically have a single crop. For example, we have seen tea plantation in Assam, and North Bengal, coffee in Karnataka, banana plantation in southern part of India, rubber plantation in Kerala, bamboo plantation in northeast India. These all crops are grown under plantation. It is also a capital invested farming. A huge amount of capital is invested in it. Therefore, it can be termed as capital intensive agriculture. Then we have seen cropping patterns in India. We have three types of cropping pattern, that is Rabi crops, we have a Kharif crops, and we have a Zaid crops. The Rabi crops we have wheat, barley, peas, gram, and mustard. It is grown from winter onwards, that we have from the mid October till December. Then it is harvested in April to June. The states we have able to identify, it is practiced in Punjab, Haryana, Uttar Pradesh, and Rajasthan. Then the second cropping pattern we have seen, we call it as in Kharif crops. This type of crop we have, for example, paddy, maize, zuar, bajra, tur, what we call ahar, mung, cotton, and jute, including groundnut and soybean. These are grown in states we have Punjab, Haryana, Assam, West Bengal, Odisha we have. Then it is grown on the onsets of monsoon, that we have starting from June onwards till August we grow these crops, and we harvest them in the months of September till October. So these are the three cropping patterns we have. The last one we have, that is a Zayed crop. Zayed crop is grown during a time we have a spring season. Between Rabi crop and Kharif season we have a small period of autumn and spring season. During that period we grow these types of crops. The crops we have watermelon, we have muskmelon, we have cucumber, we have different types of vegetables, and we have fodder crops. Then we also identified major crops we have. For example, we were able to see grains, then food crops other than grains. Then we have seen the third category, that was non-food crops. Today we are going to discuss them in detail. The first one is about the major crops in India, that is about grains. The first one we have rice. Everybody knows what is a rice. We have seen a lot of rice. We eat and consume. We consume a lot of rice in our daily diets. It is a staple food of majority of people in India. India is the second largest producer in the world after China. Kharif crop, which requires high temperature, mostly above 25 degrees Celsius, and it also requires high humidity, and it also requires annual rainfall above 100 centimeters. So three things are necessary. We require high temperature, that is above 25 degrees Celsius. Then it requires high humidity, and the third one, it requires annual rainfall above 100 centimeters. It is mostly grown in northern part of India, where we have Ganges plain or Brahmaputra plain or Indus River plain. The areas are north and northeastern part. Along with it, we have coastal areas and deltaic regions. The deltaic regions are the Sundarban areas or the deltas of Godavari, Mahanadi, Krishna, Kaveri rivers. Then it also needed a good network of canal irrigation, where we don't have a huge amount of rainfall. There, with the help of canal, we can irrigate these crop. The states which comes under rice cultivations are Punjab, Haryana, western part of Uttar Pradesh, and some part of Rajasthan. These area basically they are connected with good canals which regularly bring water to these rice fields. Then the next one is wheat. It is the second most important crop in India. Main food crop it is a main food crop in north and northwestern part of the country. It requires cool growing season and bright sunshine during a time of ripening. It requires above 50 to 75 centimeters of rainfall, which is evenly distributed during the growing season. Important wheat growing zones are Ganga Satluj Plains and Black region of Deccan Plateau. Major wheat producing states are Punjab, Haryana, Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, Rajasthan, and parts of Madhya Pradesh. Then the third grain, it is millets. In millets we have jowar, bajra, ragi, which are grown in India. Though these are known as coarse grain, millets are known as coarse grain. They have high nutritional values. Ragi is rich in iron, calcium, and other micronutrients and roughage. Ragi is rich in iron, calcium, micronutrients, and other roughage. It is crop of dry regions and grows well on red, black, sandy, loamy, and shallow soils. The soils, what we have seen, it is red soil, black soil, sandy soil, loamy soil, and shallow soil. In these types of soils, the ragi is grown in a very effective manner. Then ragi is grown mostly in Karnataka. Karnataka is the largest producer of ragi. It is followed by Tamil Nadu, then Himachal Pradesh, then Uttarakhand, then Sikkim, then Jharkhand, and Arunachal Pradesh. These are the major ragi producing states we have. Then we have jowar. Jowar is the third most important crop with respect to area and production. It is a rain-fed crop grown in moist area. Moist area where we have the water vapor or the moisture content of moisture is more. In those areas, this jowar is suitable to grow. Maharashtra is the largest producer of jowar, followed by Karnataka. We have Andhra Pradesh, then we have Madhya Pradesh. These are the four states we have. First one is Karnataka, then first one is Maharashtra, then Karnataka, then Andhra Pradesh, then Madhya Pradesh. In these four states, the jowar is grown. The third one, it is bajra. Bajra grows well on a sandy soil and shallow black soil. Rajasthan is the largest producer, followed by Uttar Pradesh, Maharashtra, Gujarat, and Haryana. These three of them, ragi is grown in soils we have seen red, black, loamy, shallow, and black soil. The major producing or the largest producing of ragi is Karnataka. For jowar, it is grown in moist area, and the largest producer of jowar is Maharashtra. The next one is bajra. Bajra is grown in sandy soil and shallow black soil, and Rajasthan is the largest producer of bajra. The next is maize. Maize, we call it as an bhutta or we call it as an corn. It is used both as fodder and for food purpose. It is a kharif crop which requires temperature between 21 to 27 degrees of Celsius. It grows well in alluvial soil. In states like Bihar, it is grown as rabi crop also. It is used as a modern inputs like high yielding variety seeds, fertilizers, irrigation in order to have a good production of maize. We use high yielding variety seeds, we use fertilizers. Fertilizers here mean chemical fertilizers and proper irrigation methods. Then related with the major maize producing states are Karnataka, Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, Andhra Pradesh, and Madhya Pradesh. The next one is pulses. India is the second largest producer as well as the consumer of pulses in the world. These are the major source of protein in vegetarian diet. Major pulses grown in India are tur, ahar, urad, moong, masoor, peas and gram. Pulses need less moisture and survive even in a dry condition. All these crops except ahar help in restoring soil fertility by fixing nitrogen from the air. Major pulses producing states in India are Madhya Pradesh, Uttar Pradesh, Rajasthan, Maharashtra and Karnataka. Then the next one is sugarcane. It is a tropical as well as subtropical crop. It grows well in hot and humid climate. It requires temperature between 21 to 27 degrees Celsius, and it requires annual rainfall between 75 centimeters to 100 centimeters of rainfall. India is the second largest producer after Brazil. Main source of sugar is jaggery, khandasari and molasses. Major sugar producing states are Uttar Pradesh, Maharashtra, Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh, Bihar, Punjab and Haryana. Then the next one is related with the beverage crops we have, that is tea. Example of plantation agriculture or plantation crop. It is also known as a beverage crop. Tea plant grows well in tropical and subtropical climate. It needs deep and fertile well-drained soil which is rich in humus and organic matter. Tea bushes require warm and moist free climate throughout the year. Tea requires abundant, cheap and skilled labor. Tea is processed within the tea garden to restore its freshness. Major tea producing areas are Assam, hills of Darjeeling and Jalpaiguri districts of West Bengal. India is the leading producer as well as exporter of tea in the world. The next is coffee. India produces about 4% of the world's coffee. India's coffee is known in the world for its good quality. The Arabica variety initially brought from Yemen is produced in India. This variety of coffee is in great demand in the world. Its cultivation was initially introduced on the Baba Budan hills, and even today its cultivation is confined to the Nilgiri hills of Karnataka, Kerala and Tamil Nadu. The next one is horticulture crops. India is the second largest producers of fruits and vegetables in the world. India is a producer of tropical as well as temperate fruits. Fruits in great demand in India are mangoes, which is grown in Maharashtra, Andhra Pradesh, Uttar Pradesh and West Bengal. Oranges are grown in Nagpur and Cherrapunji. Bananas are grown in Kerala, Mizoram, Maharashtra and Tamil Nadu. Lychee and guava are grown in Uttar Pradesh and Bihar. Pineapples are grown in Meghalaya and grapes are grown in Andhra Pradesh and Maharashtra. Apples, pears, apricots and walnuts, they are grown in Jammu and Kashmir and Himachal Pradesh. India produces nearly about 13% of the vegetables. It is an important producer of pea, cauliflower, onion, cabbage, tomato, brinjal and potato. In this segment we have learned about the major food crops related with the grains we have, including the horticulture. In horticulture part we have seen the fruits along with the vegetables. Thanks for watching. In the next segment when we'll come, we'll see the non-food grains. Thanks for watching and be safe and be healthy. Thanks a lot.